Hello, everyone. Just wanted to come before you again today, February the 22nd, 2022. What a interesting number, 222, 2022. Anyway, not making a big deal of numbers, but just wanted to talk to you today about why aren't we blessed? It's something that God put in my heart over the weekend, and I have been thinking about it a whole lot. Why are we not living the blessed lives that God promised us? There's got to be reasons because God does not lie. He does not say something He is going to do and doesn't do it, nor does He promise us things and fall short of His promises. So that means that there's something going on in our ballpark that we are a part of as to why we are not walking in the blessings that He promised us. And while I was thinking about this, I came up with at least four things that I want to talk about, and something else may come to my mind, and I'll talk about it also. And at the end, I'm going to give you at least three, if not four, Bible verses just to meditate on for the rest of this week. So, the first reason why I feel like we are not walking in the blessings that God has promised us is one, in order to be blessed, in order for someone to give me something, I must be willing to receive it. I must have an open hand, an open heart. If I don't have that, if I have a clenched fist, then I cannot receive. Okay? I'll say that one more time. If someone is trying to give me something, if someone is trying to bless me, and I have a closed hand or a closed heart, I cannot receive what is being promised or given me. The second reason why we do not walk in our blessings, I believe, is the attitude that we have when we are receiving it or while we are waiting for the blessing. Let me just say that again. What attitude do you have while you are receiving a blessing or while you're waiting for it? Do you have an attitude of gratitude, or do you have an attitude of privilege, or do you have an attitude that, you know what, nobody else deserves this but me? What is your attitude? Again, this is something that blocks our blessings, and we have a lot to do with our attitudes. Three, what have you done with what you have already been given? Again, what have you done with what God has already blessed you with? Have you hid it like the person in the Bible who was given one talent, and because they were afraid of the consequences of losing that talent, they hid it? Or have you taken the talents or the gifts or the blessings that God has given you and you invested it? You invested it into other people. You invested it into God's kingdom building. You did something with what He gave you. You blessed others. You did not just keep it for yourself. Again, what have you done with whatever you have already received? And four, have you been given a blessing and it has either been stolen from you or you gave it away? What do I think about when I say this? Well, what I'm thinking about is I think about Jacob and Esau in the Bible. And I think about sometimes it's exactly just like Esau, he was the firstborn child. He had a right to the blessings more than his brother Jacob. However, for the measly cost, well, it wasn't a measly cost to him, But for a bowl of food, he gave away his blessings. Okay, you could say it was stolen from him, but I think it's a combination. He gave it away and it was stolen from him. What have you been blessed with that God blessed you with? Opportunity, material things, your peace, your mindset, your health. What have you given away or allowed to be stolen from you for whatever reason? Please, I need you to start thinking about these things, because I think the only way that we can move on and to walk in the blessings that God promised us is to look at all these things. Look at how we are having our blessings either not bestowed upon us or being taken away from us. So, in closing, I'm going to give you 3 verses. The first verse is going to come from John chapter 10, verse 10, and I'm going to read it to you from the International Children's Bible. And it says, "A thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But I came to give life in all its fullness." Yes, that's right. God sent his son to come to give us life, and not just life, but fullness of life. The second verse comes from Deuteronomy 28 and chapter 28, verse 8 from the NIV version, and it reads as, "The Lord will send a blessing on your barns and on everything you put your hand to. The Lord your God will bless you in the land he is giving you." The Lord wants to give us things. He wants us to be a blessing to other people. He wants us to have for our future and for now. Otherwise, he wouldn't have said to give a blessing on your barns. Barns are for storing things. But he does not want you just to keep things and to bury them. He wants you to be a blessing and to be blessed. The next verse, Matthew chapter 5, verses 43 through 48, I really want you to read, but I'm going to read to you verse 45 from the New Living Translation, and it reads as such: "In that way, you will be acting as true children of your Father in heaven, for he gives his sunlight to both evil and the good, and he sends rain on the just and the unjust alike." Yeah, sometimes we wonder why somebody who is not a good spirited person appears so blessed. But the truth is God already tells you he blesses those who are just and unjust alike. He does. Stop being jealous by what other people are blessed with, but try to figure out what's going on. Why aren't you receiving the blessings that God promised you? Okay, and the last thing that I want to read from to you, or I'm going to recite it off the top of my head because I didn't write it down, is Matthew 6, chapter, verse 33. And it says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." Yes, my brothers and my sisters, whoever is watching this video, how do we expect to receive God what he promised us when we do not even want to be in his presence? We do not want to even acknowledge him as the giver of our lives, as the giver of our peace, as the giver of our health, as everything he is the source of. Think of these things, people. I'm charging you. Think of these things and allow God to open your eyes, your spiritual eyes, so that you may walk in your total wellness, your total well-being, in health, in financial security. This is not just for you guys. This is for me. God is talking to me and opening my eyes to why we are not receiving what he promised us. Why are we in the predicament that we are in? Let us be mindful of these things, and let us ask God to help us to turn from our wicked ways so that we may receive from him, so that we may be the lender and not the borrower, so that we may be the head and not the tail, so that we may prosper and allow and help others to prosper, so that we may be blessed and be a blessing to others. I pray that this video is a blessing to someone. If it is, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to my station, please subscribe to my station, because I am going to feed you with whatever words God gives me to feed you with. And if you think this will bless someone else, please share it. May you have a beautiful, blessed day. Goodbye now.